Alright, so we got my buddy Brandon's, what is this? I think it's 2022 R1. What is this? 922. This might be a, no, that's not a model year 23. But yeah, this is 2022 R1. He brought it to me to do plugs, throttle body sync, basically the service we just did. That's the MT-07. MT-10. So basically that same service. So far I would say as far as servicing, the R1 is actually a lot easier. The MT-10 motor in the frame sits a lot further forward, so this was actually a lot easier, and it also didn't have that huge plate of wire harness that you had to disassemble. The airbox is a little different because it has the adjustable or movable velocity stacks. Sorry, but yeah, the R1 has the adjustable velocity stacks. So there's actually a little motor down there, and these move up and down depending on the RPM range, load, etc., to make more torque and hopefully higher end horsepower. So that was the only difference. Also, the injectors are in the top of the airbox, which is pretty cool. So it actually sprays down into the top of those throttle bodies. So servicing it is actually, it seems quite a bit easier. The only thing that's weird about this is, so you have the number one, this is where your carb tune goes, so you've got number 1, 2, which has a port on it as well, which is right, sorry, it's kind of hard, let me turn the, so you've got the number 2, number 3 comes off the top, goes all the way down here, and then it was actually accessible through the frame right here, but I just turned it up here and connected it. This is actually number 3. So this, or no, that's number 4, sorry. The number 3 is right here. So you can see where the tube changes colors. That's where I hooked the vacuum. So that one curls up and around, and it goes to number 3. So that was the only difference. The other difference that I've noticed is on the R1, the number 2 throttle body is marked with the white paint. So this will be our control. So we'll adjust 1, 3, and 4 based on whatever the vacuum is on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this put back together, get the bottom of the airbox back on with the velocity stacks, and then get this all hooked back up, get it up to temperature, and then we'll see how far it's off. Alright, so I finally actually misplaced the key, so I found the key, got the airbox back on, got the injectors back in it, got the tank hooked up, basically flipped 180 degrees. Let me actually move this out of the way. There's not a lot of slack in the pump line, there's plenty of slack in the fuel line, but the wire harness for the fuel pump, not a lot of slack in that line. So I'm getting ready to crank this thing up, and we will see exactly where we're at. Alright, so she's almost up to temperature. It's not that far off. I'm only going to make slight adjustments to it. So we're going to bring up number 1. We're going to bring down 3 just a hair. And looks like number 4 is pretty close.